Switch on the lights. Sure. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, we'll wait for another 5 minutes before we start. Sir has asked me to start at 9:05. Let everyone join. Once everyone join, we'll start off. Okay. You have some background noise coming up. Is it so? Cool then. Voice is not clear. Am I audible now? Or is it echoing? Wait 1 minute. All right. I'll try to be a little bit loud so that you can, it will be audible for you guys. I'll start in another couple of minutes. Sir has asked me to start at 9:05. Sir, the chat is enabled for everyone. It will be visible. Yeah, everyone, the chat is working. You can just check it out from your end. Yes, today's class will be about the soft skills. Yes. Yeah, I will introduce the agenda. Couple of minutes. Please wait for it. All right. The classes will be from 9 to 11 every Saturday. All right, it's already 9:05. I'm going to start off with the session. So there are around 3 or 2 participants for right now. So we're going to start off with the sessions for now. Okay. So good evening, everyone. It's only on Saturdays. So let me just briefly tell about what the sessions would be, what or all the things about the sessions and everything. After that, if you have any doubts, I'll try to clarify that one by one. Okay. So yes. Your voice is not clear. All right. How about now? You're still facing the echo? I'm getting a mixed review over here. Many people are telling it's fine. Many people are not telling. Many people are telling it's echoing and everything like that. All right, fine. So irrespective of it, I'm going to speak a little bit louder so that you people can listen to it. I'm going to start. Okay, let's start. Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Preetham. I'll be handling the soft skill sessions for you people for the rest of your batch. So these sessions will be taken from Saturdays 9 to 11. and we'll be having a range of topics that we'll be discussing about. So today's session, we are going to start off with what soft skill are, and what is its requirement when it comes to the interview things, and where and all it can be used and everything like that. So this is how I think the screen is visible for you guys. You can respond in the chat. All right. So the agenda for today's session will be we're going to introduction for the soft skills. We're going to start off with what the soft skill is and everything like that. And then we're going to go off with what, why, and how of the soft skills. And then we're going to look at the orientation of it, where and all we can use the soft skills, what are the necessity things and everything like that. Followed by that, we're going to go for the icebreaker activity, and then we're going to have a conversation skills, how to initiate the conversation, what are the different kind of things and how you can lead the conversations and everything. We're going to start off in a funnel kind of a way, where we'll start off with the general topic, and going forward we're going to have the specific topics. Okay, so once that is done, we're going to move for impression management, how to create a positive impression, how to avoid creating a negative impression and all, and what are the components of that one. And at the last, we are going to discuss about a topic about introduction about yourself. So wherever you go, whether it's the interview or the workplace or be it classrooms, wherever you people will be going, the first thing that you're going to do is introduce yourself. So depending upon the context, what and all the things that you're supposed to say, what and all the things that you're supposed to highlight about yourself, we're going to discuss about that one. And for this session, whatever the takeaways will be there for this session. So we can you're going to make an assignment that will be that you're going to record an introduction video of yourself, inculcating the whatever the things that we have discussed in the sessions, and you're going to upload that one in the Google Drive, and the link you're going to share that one as a assignment thing, as a submission of the assignment, whatever the Google Drive link would be there, you're going to share on that one. There'll be certain guidelines that you're supposed to follow when you're doing that introduction video. So that one I'm going to discuss it at the end. So this is what the agenda for the day would be like. I hope you people are clear about this. So let us continue with what exactly that we are going to discuss for now. Okay, is the screen visible for you guys? Can anyone respond? All right, sure. Then we're going to start off with it. So when you go for the job markets, the first thing, when you look at the requirements of the job market, the first thing would be what the academic performance. So when you look at any job openings that they're going to ask is uh, you need to have certain qualification. It can be 10th plus 1 plus 2, or degree, engineering, and all these kind of things. So that will be the academic performance. Okay, so once the academic performance is kind of fulfilled, you will not be able to you'll not be able to get the job just based on your academic performance. The reason being that what happens is there are many people who are going to have the similar academic performance like what you people have, but on top of that you need to have something extra, right? So those components will come under the skill part. Okay, in this skill, what exactly you're supposed to have, there are different kind of skills. So one is your hard or the technical skills. Another one is called as the soft or the interpersonal skills. When it comes to hard or the technical skills, since you people have joined this course, so if you want to briefly tell what this hard or technical skills are, these are nothing but the things that you're going to be related to your coding or programming language, all these kind of things. Okay, so this will be one component of the skill that is required to get you for the job on top of your academic performance or whatever the degree that you people have. And along with that, there is a necessity of one more skill, that is nothing but the soft or the interpersonal skills. So what is the soft or interpersonal skills then? Okay, so whenever you join any kind of a job, you people will not be working alone, right? You people will be working with the group of people. So this soft or interpersonal skills are related to that one. Okay, so what exactly the soft or interpersonal skills, if I want to define that one, what exactly it is means, it is the ability of knowing yourself as well as the surrounding and the people who you are working with, and adapting yourself for the surrounding and the people is called as the soft and the interpersonal skills. Okay, when it comes to the soft and interpersonal skills, it has three components. One is called as attitude, another one is called as the etiquette, and another one is called as the communication. Okay, if I want to briefly tell what an attitude is, okay, attitude, like, many people will be kind of thinking that it is the ego, like, many of the people is going to misunderstand that one for a ego, but that is a very limited understanding of what attitude is. Okay, when you want to kind of define what the attitude is, it will start with one's belief system. Okay, so belief means whatever a person thinks is right or wrong, whatever person is think is true. Okay, that is called as a belief. When it comes to belief, there are two components of it. One is nothing but the core component, another one is the peripheral component. Okay, so core components are those, core beliefs are those, irrespective of whatever the things happen, whatever the situation is, whatever the experiences are, and whatever these things are, it is not going to change. Okay, it is going to remain the constant. So if I want to give an example of a core belief, means, say for example, the belief system that we have towards our parents. Okay, irrespective of whatever our parents does, irrespective of however elder we become, we are not going to change on that. Okay, so these kind of things are called as the core beliefs. Whereas the peripheral beliefs are those kind of belief system that as and when you grow up, mature, and as and when the you kind of get experience new things and everything like that. So those things are going to change. Okay, so this one is called as the peripheral belief systems. Okay, say for example, you might have taught in the school, in the school days and those, we used to have certain best friends. So we would have taught that, friends are going to be there forever. But as and when you grow up, now you realize that you're not even in touch with those friends, right? And also, in the school, when someone asks you what you're going to become, you would have had a different thinking, right? I want to become a doctor, I want to become a engineer or something like that. Okay, but as and when you grow up, you are your peripheral beliefs has kind of changed, right? So yeah, so can belief system change over the time? Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Core belief system, it's not going to change. But whereas the peripheral belief systems, whatever these beliefs are, as and when you experience new things, as and when the situation kind of arises that's not going to be, okay, the voice is breaking. So uh, as and when you people undergo different kind of experiences, all right, is the voice clear now? All right. I think you need to check at the connection at your end, because few of them are telling that voice is breaking, but rest of them is telling it's fine. Go ahead with it. Okay. You need to check the connection with it, refresh with your feed and everything like that, so that you can you can listen to the audio without any interruption. Okay. Going forward, the peripheral belief systems are those that as and when you kind of experience certain things, that is going to undergo a modification. Okay. So these things are called as the peripheral belief system. This course beliefs as well as the peripheral belief system together constitute something called as the values. Okay, so these values, once you grow up, these values keep on accumulating. So once, say for example, your family will be the primary source of your value system, from which you're going to kind of get all your beliefs from. And then afterwards, once you go for the school, you're going to learn certain things at the school. Say for example, your teachers are going to teach certain things for you guys, and you're going to acquire new set of values over there. And then what happens is, you look at the things in the society, the experiences that you go through while growing up and everything like that. There will be another accumulation of the values over there. So all these values accumulated together constitute something called as the attitude. So whatever the attitude that we possess, that will be expressed in the way we are going to think, the way we are going to act. Okay, so this component is called as the attitude. Okay, so one thing is, once the attitude is there, once the attitude is kind of once you acquire certain kind of attitudes, so peripheral belief systems keeps on changing. Based on that, the accumulation of values happens, and the way, based on the values that we have got, we are going to think and we are going to act upon it. Okay, so that component is called as the attitude part. So next part of the soft or the interpersonal skill is the communication part. Okay. So in the communication is a process where you and the person who you're interacting with will come to a shared understanding. You'll be having the understanding of something. The other person also will be having the understanding, like, the way you're going to make the other person understand certain things. Okay. So that one is called as a communication. So language is just a part of your communication, but it's not the whole communication as well. Okay, say for example, just because if you're able to communicate well in English, it doesn't mean that you're good at communication. Okay, so language constitutes only 20% of the communication. Rest of the things will be the non-verbal communication part. Say for example, how you're going to make the eye contact, the tone in which you're going to speak, the intonation of voice that you're going to use, okay, the body language in which you're going to, like, communicate. All these kind of things will come under the communication component. Okay, so this one is the another part of the soft or the interpersonal skill. Okay, I'm getting few questions over here. Yeah, sir, is speaking English skill or just communication? Okay, see, speaking in English is going to give you a wider reach because it is acts as a connecting language with the people who are coming from different background of the language. Say for example, some people come from northern India, some people come from the southern India, and everything like that. So if everyone starts speaking in their own language, then we'll not be able to understand what others are speaking. So English is going to be that bridge language that is going to connect everyone together. Okay, so that's way English is going to be an advantage if you're able to speak if you're able to communicate in English. And also, yeah, I'm just giving you a brief things. I'm going to explain that one further. So attitude and communication are the two components of the soft and interpersonal skill. And the last part that is there is called as the etiquette. Okay, so what does etiquette mean? Suppose if you are entering any of the office, rather than just directly entering over there, you're going to just knock on the door, you're going to ask for the permission and then enter. If two people are kind of communicating with each other, rather than barging in over there, you'll try to wait for them to finish the communication, finish the conversation, and then you're going to enter over there. Okay, so like this, the etiquette part will be the third component of it. So all these three things together constitute a soft skill or the interpersonal skill. So what happens is, see, when you go for any job, you people are familiar that the first round that you're going to have will be your aptitude round. In the aptitude round, what they're going to test is your IQ or the intelligence quotient. So what and all will be there in the aptitude round? The first part would be the numerical ability, right? So till class 10 or +1, +2, whatever the things that you have studied, the mathematics part. Okay, so that one, based on that, you'll be having certain questions that you're supposed to answer that one. Okay, so that one will come under the numerical ability part. And then in the logical reasoning, you'll be having some puzzle-based questions where the information will be there in the question itself. You're going to look at the information, you're going to solve those answers and solve those things and try to come up with the solution. That will be there in the logical reasoning part. And you're going to have something called as a verbal ability. In this verbal ability, a paragraph would be given in English. You're supposed to read that one and answer the question. And then you'll be having the statements that will be there. You're going to check that one, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, and then you're going to answer that one. And you'll be having similar meaning words, you'll be having the opposite meaning words and everything like that. So in verbal ability, they're going to test your language skills. That is the English competence. They're going to check in that one. Okay. So all these three things. Yeah, okay. I'll try to go a little bit slow. So all these three things constitute a aptitude. Okay. In aptitude, what exactly they are testing means they are testing your intelligence quotient or IQ. Okay. So why they conduct the aptitude test at the first is, so once you get selected for the job, they're going to train you people in the job components. Okay, whatever you're going to do the job, they're going to train you people in that one. So they want to test your ability to observe that one, that cognitive ability they're testing over there. Okay, so that is why they're going to conduct your aptitude test. Once you clear the aptitude test, you're going to have the technical round or the hard skills round, where you're supposed to code and everything like that. Once you clear that one, you'll be having the interviews and everything. And then afterwards, you're going to have a HR round. So that is going to, in this round, they're going to test your EQ. That is nothing but the emotional quotient. Irrespective of how good you are technically, irrespective of how good you are in the academic and everything like that. Okay. If you're not able to adapt to the team, if you're not able to work with a group of people, then you'll become a liability for the organization. So that is why, so whatever the soft skills component is there, it plays a vital role for you people to, like, get the job. So that is why you need to kind of, like, work upon your soft and the interpersonal skills. So through these sessions, like, we'll try to, like, work upon the soft and interpersonal skills, try to make you people aware of the attitude part, communication part, and the etiquette part, so that you can make the transition from the campus life to the corporate life seamless. Okay, so that is what the objective of the soft skill is. For this session, we are going to focus only on your interview skills. Okay, the reason why we are going to focus only on the interview skills is usually the soft skill training will be most of the time it will be interactive. But due to the paucity of the time, we have the time limitations. Because this batch is supposed to, like, complete within a limited period of time. So because of that, what happens is we can't do all the soft skill components that is going to be, like, that's going to prepare your people for the work and everything like that. Okay, so that is why what we're going to focus for now, our focus area for now will be very much limited for the interview things. So that is what we're going to discuss in these kind of sessions. Okay, so before I continue any further, I'm going to take few questions over here, like, your doubts and everything. Many of you people have raised certain things. Yeah, so we'll try to, like, answer these questions one at a time. Uh, we are talking about the attitude. Normally, will they see a ready to learn attitude even though we perform average? Yes, your ability to learn or your eagerness to learn usually kind of, like, will be reflected in the way you're going to communicate, and also this will be the essential component for the people to hire. Yes, as we know, English is important, but how we came to know that now we are ready to communicate well. See, there is no hard and fast rule that, like, you have to be grammatically correct and all this kind of thing. If you are able to communicate with whatever the language you have, if you are able to put across the idea, that should be fine. Okay. Yeah. I'm a male with long hair. Is it acceptable in interviews or jobs in general? Okay, fine. See, appearance part, certain organizations, they'll be having the limitation saying that, like, you are supposed to be like this, you're supposed to appear in certain way and everything like that. But what happened? What happens is, like, they, like, there'll be certain kind of, like, restrictions that you are supposed to follow. Sometimes we can't just go like how we are and, like, expect the organization to accept you how, like, however you are. So at that point of time, try to have there'll be HR policies with that. You can discuss with them, and then if they're okay with it, then you can have the hairstyle or whichever the dressing sense you want and everything like that. If not, then you have to kind of, like, modify over there. Okay. Then, sir, I belong to electrical engineering background. How to improve the 1 minute? All right. Stammering problem from the childhood, is it going to really affect the job? As long as you have the people who can understand you, it's not going to affect you people. Okay. But you need to kind of, like, work upon that one. If not through verbal communication, if you can kind of, like, communicate in any other way through the, like, non-verbally through text or anything like that, then perhaps you'll be able to, like, get over the stammering problem. Yeah. So the stammering will not be an issue over there. What if I'm an introvert? Yeah, so see, introvert is a quality that more or less everyone is going to be like that until and unless they get into a social surrounding, you'll not really be able to explore on that one. So if you're an introvert, you have to kind of come out of your shell and try to here interact with different kind of people, so that you have that component of extrovertness that could be developed through different kind of trainings or the way if you can interact. Okay, so these kind of things can be done to get over the introversion part. Okay, yeah. All right. So materials, YouTube channels, in order to supplement whatever you're there, all these kind of things. All right. I'm getting all your doubts. I'm getting all your suggestions. I'm getting quite a lot of doubts and everything like that. So we'll do one thing. We will keep the doubts for the end of the session, so that we'll discuss whatever the topics is there first. Once we are done with that, we'll try to have the doubt clearing session at the end. Because if I try to explain all the doubts, if I try to just work upon the your clarifications right now, I'll not be able to complete with the session. So for now we are going to stop the doubts. For now we're going to resume that one at the end of the session. Okay, so everyone got an understanding of what a soft skill is, what is it relevant, what is it important, and everything like that. Okay, so we'll go ahead with further, we'll go ahead with the next thing. So what happens is, as I was discussing, your attitude is going to determine your action as well as the way you're going to think. So when it comes to action, you have three components. One is cognitive part, another one is affective part, and the third one is the behavior part. Okay, so what happens is, in the cognitive part, many of us know what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. Okay, so that component is called as the cognitive part. Okay, so next part is called as the affective part. So even though we know what is the right or the wrong thing, okay, either we will be willing to do the right thing or we will not be willing to do the right thing. Okay, so that one is called as the affective part. These two together is going to determine the behavior or action of someone. Okay, so these are the three components that is there when it comes to any action or behavior. One is the cognitive part, another one is the affective part, and the third one is the behavior part. Okay, so let us try to take an example and try to explore this thing. Okay, so what happens is, see, for example, we know when we eat something, we are not supposed to throw the wrapper wherever it is. Okay, so that awareness part is called as the cognitive part. Okay, but how many of them will keep the wrapper and throw it in the dustbin rather than just throwing wherever we're going to eat something? Okay, that one is called as the willingness or the unwillingness part. Okay, so this two together is going to determine your behavior or the action, whether to throw the wrapper in the dustbin or to throw it wherever it is. Okay, so this is how the action works. Okay, it has one, that is the cognitive part, another one is the affective part, and the last part is called as the behavioral part. Okay, so in this soft skill session, whenever you interact with people and everything like that, what you're going to do is, you have to kind of first create the awareness, generate the awareness among yourself, what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. Based on that, you have to kind of generate that willingness and unwillingness part about yourself, and these two together is going to determine your behavior. Okay, so this is how the attitude functions. Now going forward, so what we're going to do going forward is, we are going to conduct a activity. The next in our agenda is going to be 1 minute. So we're going to do something called as a icebreaker activity, so that you people can get an idea of how this conversation usually works. I need two volunteers for it. If you people can unmute yourself, I'll first explain what the activity is, and then afterwards you people are going to perform that activity. Okay, so usually what happens is, when you want to start any kind of a conversation, okay, you will start with the greeting. Okay, so you're going to start with the greeting saying that, hello, my name is so and so. or good morning or good afternoon, and you're going to introduce yourself saying that my name is so and so, and then you're going to get to know about each other. Okay, so where are you from? What is your educational background and everything like that? Okay, and then you're going to have a conversation about likes and dislikes. Okay, what are your favorite hobbies? Who is your favorite film star? What is your movies and everything like that? Okay, and then you're going to have the ending of the conversation, right? So what exactly we are going to do now is we are going to pick two volunteers, and you people are supposed to have the conversation between each other. Okay, so can we have volunteer please? One, Karthik has kind of introduced, and another one is Madhukumar. Okay, so yeah, Karthik and Madhukumar, can you kind of unmute yourself and try to have a conversation? Yeah, we'll give a chance for others as well. So we'll start for first. We'll start with Karthik and Madhukumar. What happened? So there is no mic. You can unmute yourself, no? Oh, there is no unmute option, is it? All right, wait 1 minute. I think I've given I've given an option for you people to need to add them to panelists. Okay, 1 minute, I'll do that one. All right. So wait, who was the first person who raised their hand? Wait, I'm going to 1 minute. Karthik R. Yes, Karthik has been unmuted, and Madhukumar. Yes, I've given the permission for both of you. You can unmute
Hello,
yourself.
sir.
Yeah. Yes, Madhukumar, you're audible.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Am I audible, sir?
Karthik, are you audible? Yes, you are audible. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Madhukumar and Karthik, you can have the conversation.
Okay.
Can
Hello, Karthik.
again
Hello,
about the
sir.
process.
Hello.
So can you just repeat the process, what I have to speak and the agenda?
Yeah, so what exactly you're going to do is start with the greeting, that is good evening for now, because you can't use good night, and then introduce yourself for with each other, and then afterwards talk about your like and dislike, and then end the conversation saying that it was nice talking to you. I'll catch up later. Right? These are the things.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, you can start now.
Good evening, Madhukumar.
Hi. Good evening, Karthik.
It was nice to meet you and have a conversation with you.
Yeah, feeling same.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. What about you?
Yeah, well, I've held up with my classes. And what do you pursue?
Yeah, actually, I'm pursuing BTech Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence, and Data Science in Lovely Professional
Oh, it's
University.
great. That's a great thing to start with. But I do the same course. That's been really what a coinciding moment between you and me.
Yeah.
Maybe what else
So,
coincides among us?
sorry.
What do you do? What your hobbies does?
Yeah, actually, I was um, pursuing this computer science in LPU. So I have the hobbies like similar to these only, like video editing and graphic design. Like in my free time, I used to read books and listening some music, some podcasts. Recently, I have read the book like Chanakya Niti. So how
You know, I
about your hobbies?
I think we must really meet in real life because I mean I'm a musician. I'm a guitarist. You're a graphic
Okay,
designer and
that's
a music.
great.
You're a passionate musician, music lover as well. I think we must meet and
Yes, yes.
collaborate with each other so that both of us can get benefited and be productive at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah. How about your life? How it's going?
Yeah, it's going good. And what about
Okay.
you?
Yeah, it's well. I've been a little
Yeah,
engaged. Anyways, it's
yeah,
really happy meeting a part of a beautiful person who's really as same as myself.
yeah. That's a nice to meet you. So I think
Yeah,
we will end the conversation.
yeah, sure. We'll meet you one day for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, Madhukuma, meet you. See you
thank
soon.
you.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Karthik and Madhukar. Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone else wants to start? Anyone else wants to have a conversation? Volunteers? All right. You have Abhinay over here and Sudhiram. Okay, fine. 1 minute. I'll just give you access. Yes, Abhishek and Sudhiram, you can unmute yourself and you can have the conversation.
So, may I please have your reviews on how we both speak and what we have to improve?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We are going to have that one. Let one more conversation happen so that, we'll take the opinion of the others as well as we're going to have a review on it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Sudhiram and Abhishek, you can unmute yourself.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
you're
audible,
audible,
sir.
Sudhiram.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yes, you are audible. Yes, Abhishek.
Hi, Abhishek. Good evening, Abhishek.
Abhishek, I have given you 1 minute. Abhishek has not unmuted himself. Abhishek, I have given you I've given you an option to unmute yourself. Abhishek, I think he's not able to join. We'll pick one more. Okay, Sonali, 1 minute. Yes, Sonali, you can unmute yourself and you can speak.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Sonali.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Subramaniam.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I would like to thank you, sir. Uh, and
Okay.
I want to introduce myself. My name is Sudhiram Chauhan, and I am from Siddharth Nagar. And currently, I am staying in Mumbai. And I have done graduation in 2020, and after that, I have done uh, uh, work as a software developer for 2 years. and then I will join iNeurons, and that's all about me. Thank you. And tell me what about you, Sonali?
Yes, Sudhir. So, can I ask something? Is there any background noise from my side?
No, ma'am. I don't, right.
No, nothing. You're audible.
Yes,
You can
yes,
continue.
audible, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sonali. I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
completed my graduation in mathematics honors, and currently, before joining data field, I have practiced for competitive exams for 2 years, and I have cleared a few prelims, but couldn't make into mains as I have mathematics background. So I searched for data science, and currently I'm learning data science in Iron. Yeah.
Okay, may I ask some questions?
Yeah, sure.
And why you left the job? Why to left you for preparation, and why to join like iNeuro?
Yeah, as I said, I was preparing for 2 long years, and I was feeling like somewhere my time is getting wasted, and that's why I gained a lot of knowledge for sure. As here it is, we have like aptitude, so I know numerity and logical things.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Sonali.
nice meeting you.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Thank you, Sonali and Sudhara. You can
Good
mute
night.
yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So if you kind of like, you have listened to both the people converse over, right? So in the first conversation, like, if you kind of observe, what are the things that okay, there are many people who want to have a conversation. I'm getting so much in the chat. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll have one more people before we kind of like, end it up. So we have, all right. Any volunteers? Pradeep Vasri. One moment. And Abhinay. All right. You can unmute yourself, Abhinay and Pradeep, and you can have the conversation.
Hey Pradeep. Pradeep, am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Pradeep, are you on the call? I think, no, he's not responding. Wait, we'll
Okay.
have one more. Can we have one more volunteer, please? Okay,
Am I audible
Hemant.
to you, by the way?
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
You are.
perfect.
You are.
Thank you.
All right, we have Deepti. Yes, Deepti, you can unmute yourself and you can have the conversation.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good evening. Hello, Abhinav.
Hi Deepti, how are you?
I am fine. What about you?
All good, all good. It's a weekend, so I'm pretty much enjoying it. I hope you might have had your weekend today, right?
Yeah, Abhinav.
Okay. Just before proceeding ahead, I just wanted to ask whether you are a fresher or you're working somewhere.
Yeah, actually, I am working in Capgemini.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, how's your life going? How things are going? In a nutshell, how would you describe it?
Currently, I am very depressed because recession is going on. So,
Yeah,
searching
that
for.
makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, at least in India, it's not really happening, but globally, the recession is impacting what's happening in India as well. So that's kind of understandable. But by the way, what do you like to do in your spare time whenever you get spare time? Of course, you're a professional, so you must be having some fun activities to do.
Yeah, actually, in my weekend or in my free time, I I enjoy, means I love to traveling,
Mhm.
so I go to outside.
Okay, so you often go out of the station to travel. Is that so?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, wonderful. And which profile are you currently working on?
I am working on JavaScript as a front end developer.
Okay, okay. So you're a core technical person then.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's wonderful.
yeah.
Do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, what about you? Means what you are doing? In which batch you are?
I'm in this May batch, May 2021 batch, and currently I'm working at KPMG Global Services. And the role which I'm into is not really a technical role, but it's kind of a, manageable. It's kind of an operational role which I don't really like. So that's the reason why I'm getting into data science, um, which suits my personality. So I mean, that's, of course you didn't ask me, but still I'm saying this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why your communication is very good.
No, it's not really because of the company itself. It's because of I just like connecting with people, and I'm just finding the opportunities to connect. I mean, I've been repeatedly pinging that I want to go next, I want to go next, and luckily got the chance. So this could possibly a reason, but definitely I'm making tens of mistakes throughout. I mean, in just 3 to 4 sentences, I'm making such mistakes. So that's kind of tolerable for now. But this is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nice to talk you.
All right. Same here. Feeling same here. Thank you, Deepthi. Speak to you soon.
Thank you again.
Yeah. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, that's good. We will just have a discussion on what the participants have spoken, what they have spoken, and everything like that. So if you have observed the participants, you people have realized that different people have their own way of communicating. The way they start, the way they say good morning, or the way they greet themselves, the way they tell their names and everything like that. Okay, so all this kind of things will constitute to something called as a impression. Okay, so when it comes to impression, there are of three types. One is positive, another one is negative, and another one is called as a neutral thing. Okay, impression is nothing but the image that we leave on others by the way we are, by the way we interact, and everything like that. Okay, if we leave a positive image of ourselves on someone, you're going to call it as a positive impression. If you kind of leave a negative impression of yourself on someone, you're going to kind of call that one as a negative impression. If the interaction is very much limited, where you don't get a chance to leave either the positive image or the negative image, then it can be called as a neutral impression. Okay, so how exactly can you kind of create an impression? There are different ways how you can create the impression. The first thing is appearance part. Okay, usually there is a saying that don't judge a book by its cover, but on the contrary, we always judge someone by their look, the way they are dressed up, the way their appearance, the skin tone, the color of the skin, and the kind of hairdo they have, the kind of the way they present themselves, their body language. All these kind of things will constitute the appearance part. Okay, next part is the communication thing. Okay, so when it comes to communication, language is a component of communication. Say, for example, the way a person speaks. Some of us will get impressed when someone really speaks the English very well with the accent and everything like that. Say, for example, the Brits or the US accent and everything like that. That is one way of creating an impression. And another thing is the tone of the voice. Okay, some people they speak in very low tone. Okay, so that indirectly gives an impression that the person is not so confident about themselves. Okay, whereas some people, even though they're standing next to you, they will shout at you. So it's kind of tantamount to aggressive way of communication. Even that creates a negative impression. Okay, so the tone of the voice and the intonation of the voice. Say, suppose if you're just speaking in a monotonous tone, it creates a negative impression. If you listen to all these anchors and RJs and everything like that, they'll be intonating their voice according to the mood of the audience, according to the expressions, according to the emotions that they want to emote. Okay, so that also has a way of creating a impression in the way of the communication part. Okay, and also there'll be certain non-verbal things, non-verbal components of the communication. Say, for example, some people, they will never make the eye contact with the audience or the people whom they are talking with. That creates a negative impression. Some people, even though they make the eye contact, they'll actually stare at the individual. Okay, so that creates a negative impression. So all these kind of things are the ways how you can kind of manage your impression. And the next part is etiquette. Okay, so when I say etiquette means, say for example, as I told, when someone when you want to have a conversation with someone, you'll start off with excuse me. If it is a stranger, you can start off with saying that excuse me, can I have a word with you? Or you can start off with a smile, good morning. Okay, so like that. So all these kind of things are the minute way how you can kind of create the impression. If you have listened to the conversation till now, okay, the first conversation, it was between the two individuals, in which both of them started with greeting each other, and then they took up the very general topic to discuss with, and then they had came to the specific topic. Okay, so whenever you have the conversation, always start with the general topic and then move and come to the specific part. Okay, so that is how you can kind of initiate the conversation. So always start with the general topic, that is where you're from, what is your educational background and everything like that, and then come to the objective for which you want to have a conversation with someone. Sometimes you want to have a conversation with someone because you want some work to be done. If you directly go with the objective of the things, perhaps you kind of create the negative impression over there. Okay, so that is why always start with the general thing and then come to the specific thing. Okay, then it's very much important that you don't leave the conversation abruptly. So whenever the conversation is going on, just kind of tell that saying that I have some work to do, or it was nice meeting with you, I have some work to do, I'll catch up at some other time. Okay, try to end the conversation. Okay, so whatever the activity that we did right now is called as the icebreaker activity. Okay, sometimes what happens is you will be stranger with someone, you would have seen that person many a time, but you wouldn't have had the conversation with them. It usually happens in a training thing, where you'll be having the participants who are whom you might have seen somewhere, but you have not actually communicated with them. Okay, so there'll be a kind of a invisible barrier in the form of ice. So you're going to break that ice through certain activities. The conversation which we had right now was nothing but the icebreaker activity. So this is how you can initiate the conversation with someone. Okay, so now we did it in a very kind of offline, online kind of an environment, where you can only create the impression through voice, but nothing but else. But when it comes to a real based conversation and real world conversation and the face to face conversation, there'll be multiple components of it. Say for example, eye contact. So and way and also one more thing which I forgot to mention was the way you're going to use your sense of touch in order to create the impression. Okay, some people, what happens is when you ask them to give the shake hand, you have to kind of actually pull your hand from them in order to let go, take your hand from it. So you should be knowing your handshake should be brief and should be for a limited period of time. Some people, they're comfortable greeting each other by giving the shake hand or hugging. Because of the corona and everything like that, nowadays people try to hesitate to give the shake hands. Rather than that, they'll just do namaste. Okay, like this. So touch is also one more sense which you can use to create the impression. Like this, we have various components in which we can kind of create the impression. You should be able to realize in which situation what works and what will be the other person's response. Based on that, you need to have the conversation with them and try to create the impression. So, and also if you have kind of observed the conversation of all the three conversations that happened. Okay, so we started off with general conversation, and when it comes to the last conversation, it was very specific. It was related to the course, it was related to their professional background and everything like that. Okay, so that is how they were able to have the conversation. So this is what will be your takeaway from it. Whenever you want to have a conversation with someone, always start with a greeting, a brief introduction of yourself, and then afterwards start off with the general topics and then move to the specific topic for which you want to have the conversation, and then end the conversation. Okay, now we are going to have a conversation where you're going to apply all these kind of things, and the specific part of the conversation in which you'll be talking about the course. Okay, so like you people are familiar, you people might be taking a similar course for a particular duration of the time, right? So you people are going to speak about the highlights of the course, what are the components that you like, what are the components that you dislike that needs to be worked upon, and everything like that. Like that you're going to have the conversation. Can we have the volunteers for this one, please? 2 people. Okay, we have Moti Shri and we have Adil Malik. 1 moment.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Moti Shri, I can hear you. Yeah, Adil,
Okay.
are you on the call?
Hello. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm there. Am I
Okay,
audible?
you can have, yeah, you are audible. Before you people have the conversation, like, just to brief you people, when it comes to specific part, you're going to speak about, like, about the course, okay, about the likes and dislikes, about the highlights of the course. You're going to discuss on that. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, you can start the conversation, please.
Sure. Hi, Adil. How are you?
Hi. Could you please repeat your name? I'm so
My
sorry.
name is Moti Shri.
Hi,
Shri.
Motishri. Hi, Motishri. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing great. So, may I know about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Adil Makbul. I'm from Jammu and Kashmir. The northern part of
Nice
our
place.
country, right here.
Correct.
And may I know about yourself a little bit?
Sure, sure. So, my name is Moti Shri Patel. I'm a mother of a baby now. And before joining this course, I was into digital marketing. And now I am having a career gap of around 3 years. And because of that, I thought of changing my domain into data science because I'm more interested to this field right now. So I'm preparing for this
Okay,
currently.
great. That is really
Yeah.
great. And how is it going so far? I'm talking about data
Yeah,
science.
sure. So it's like a roller coaster ride for me now because I have been juggling myself between my family time and with my career. So I'm
Right.
not getting enough time to do my studies and all. Still, I'm trying. I'm kind
Right.
of 40-50% comfortable with technical skills like Python and machine learning. And I'm still need to prepare myself for deep learning. So project and all also I
Right,
have
right,
not started yet. So I know I'm a bit going back, but I'm
right.
confident about myself that if I'll give myself 2 to 3 months of more time, I'll catch up with everything.
So great. Yeah, really nice to hear those things. Like you have 3 years gap, still you are believing in
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah, that's so great
Yeah.
to hear those things. Actually, I'm from a computer science background. I have completed
Okay.
my master's in computer applications.
Okay.
After that, actually, I was working for around 6 months, and it was on contract basis.
Okay.
And like it was for 6 months I was working on as a data engineer.
Okay.
So
Great.
meanwhile I am doing this course at Ineron data science. Yeah, so
Okay.
far it is going so good. Most of the modules have been completed. I am also working hard on them and preparing for these interviews. And
That's great.
apart from data science, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do in your spare time?
Sure. So these days I'm not getting time for my hobbies and all. And if I'm getting bored with the studies, or let's say if I'm getting some time, I'm investing it with the time for my kid. like what activities I should do with him at home so that he will get engaged, or what all healthy food I should prepare for him. And apart from that, if
Right.
still I'm getting time, sometimes I'm listening to music, and sometimes I love to read about this AI ML things on internet.
Sounds
So
great.
these, yeah. So
That
may
sounds
I know,
great.
Adil, you are working right now?
Right now, I'm not working. I know you, as I told that I was working for 6 months, like from
Okay.
November to April. So I
Okay.
left the job in April because it was on contract basis. It was only for 6 months. That was
Okay.
one of the project which I
Okay.
worked on, and that was related to a data engineering project. Most of the time, I worked around SQL and AWS Airflow. I worked around that.
Okay. So it's like whatever you have worked and whatever course you are doing right now, it's related, right?
Yes, 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 definitely, it's related. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So
Yeah.
how is life in Jammu and Kashmir right now? May I know a little
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, it's so great. It's going great. I'm enjoying my life. You know, for me, it is like enjoying the process of everything.
Correct.
If I'm doing the data science, I'm enjoying the process, how I will learn it. So for me, I believe in enjoying the process. So I'm
That's
enjoying
great.
the process. I don't care about the results. So I'm enjoying. Yeah, life is going great. Everything is
That's
going great.
that's great, Adil. It's like I'm
Thank you.
learning a few new things from you now.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you. That
Yeah.
is so great.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so very much. Nice, really nice to have a conversation
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
you.
Same
Thank you.
here. Thank you.
Right. Good, both of you. So, if you people realize, like, the audience, if you kind of listen to the conversation, you people would have noticed that they started off with a general way, with a greeting and then introduction of themselves, and then they asked about the general questions about each other, and they navigated through the specific parts of the course, and they ended the conversation by thanking each other. Okay, so this is how you should be able to do the conversation. Okay, so can we have two more volunteers, please, before we go on for the next topic? Okay, we have Hariom Patil. Okay, Pradeep Varse, he has been asking from that time. Okay, yeah.
Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yeah, one moment. Pradeep Varse, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Hariom Patil, you can unmute yourself and you can have the conversation.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, you are. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Pradeep here.
Good evening. Hello, Pradeep. How are you?
I'm good. You're from Maharashtra?
No, I'm from Madhya Pradesh, Indore.
Okay, okay. Because of name, I thought you are from Maharashtra.
Yeah, actually, it is kind of confusion to every individual people because
Yeah.
I'm from Khargon, Nimadi.
Okay, so what you doing in these days, like for interview purpose or doing or project work?
Yeah, actually, I'm in BPO sector, so currently, actually, I'm doing job as well as doing study for the data science from my neuron.
Okay, okay. It's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually,
So,
myself, Pradeep, I just introduce myself. Uh, I'm Pradeep and I'm from Pune. Means I complete my BBA from IIBM in the last year, and I'm from commerce background. I complete my BBA, so there was a lot of study behind the business, and I started AI from Great Learning in the COVID time, and I completed my AI in the last year, and also with this course from November batch 21.
okay, so actually, you are from BBA background and you just wanted to switch your career from BBA to data science or a software kind of field.
Yeah.
So, who motivated you regarding the same?
Yeah, actually, this thing started in the COVID time. In COVID time, I got new thing to learn. Actually, before the BBA, I was in travel consultant in the
Okay,
travel field. I complete my IATA in travel. So I was working with airlines. So in the COVID time, I lose my job automatically because of lockdown and grounding the airlines.
okay, great, great.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
so that time I had chance to shift to other thing. So I thought is a good thing to start right now. Means in the COVID time, that time also booming something. So that time I thought to start with AI with Udemy courses.
Okay, great to hear that. Now I just wanted to be elaborate myself. Like I completed mechanical engineering in the year of 2018.
Okay.
Then I started doing job in my core sector, but I didn't get good salary, so that's why I just switched my sector from
Okay.
mechanical to here BPO. And then due to COVID, I started join Simply Learn and then switched to iNeuron.
Hello, you are not.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, right now.
Yes. Yes. So
Might
when
be.
I was in Simply Learn, actually they prepared only like a PPT kind of stuff they are having, and they just started teaching like robot. So I
Okay.
wasn't just too much, and then I just started to be in iNeuron.
Okay. Okay. It's nice. Okay. It's nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I was asked one question to sir about this stammering problem. I have from my childhood. It's a little bit horrible to go in the interview and talk with your interviewer. Last month I had one interview one with the digital. So when I started with the interview, I means I bubble a lot. It's like stacking my words on one. It's like recursion in my words. So I tried to work on my just or speaking style. Just means in the last month I started my YouTube channel to overcome it. Whenever I alone, I means I good. I means I talk good, but when I go in front of anyone, means I stammer a lot. This thing I just take back from any that's any interviews. Like from my projects, I done with many of projects from the past year. Like I complete my year in the last year, so I got huge time to work on it. I I work on NLP newspaper which published in 2018. So that was too much complicated. So I solved by myself within a month and uh, and move for competitive reports also. So right now, just I have fear of going in front of any interview to sell myself to means what I can, what I know. If someone asks any question to me, it's too hard to, uh, you know, uh, like it's like just hard. That's it.
Yeah, Pradeep, actually, it's not a big deal. Like you will have a lot of sources regarding the communication skills, how to improve communication, and as well as you are having a
Yeah,
Netflix and different
yeah,
kind of OTT platform, so you can
yeah.
watch
That's
each and every related things, and also reading newspapers. So might be the your hesitation will be gone. It's not a
yeah.
big deal.
That's
I
it.
mean, I was also appeared in a number of interviews regarding the same, and that was also quite horrible for me to be
Yeah,
fearful to be joined the next interview. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Like even I'm also comfortable in front of everyone. So
yeah,
just
yeah. That's yeah. That's it. Nice to talk with you. Thanks
yeah,
for
Pradeep.
motivation for me. And this call might be great help in the future, and just working on it.
Yes, Pradeep. Thank you so much. It was a nice talk with you. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.
Yeah, I'm anime fan. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, both of you. So you people got an idea now, like how to have the conversation, listening to the two conversation. I have two people who have been texting from that time, saying that they want to do. Okay, we'll have one last conversation before we move on. Rajat and Amrish Singh. Okay, both of them. 1 minute. Let me unmute you people.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Rajat
Am
and
I audible,
Amrish. You
sir?
can. Yes, you are audible. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
Amrish.
Audible, sir?
Yes,
Hello, sir.
yeah, both of them are
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead with the conversation.
Okay.
Hi,
Good
Amrish.
evening, Rajat. Hi, Rajat. How are you?
I'm fine. You say how? What about you? How are you?
I am also fine and good. And please tell me about some introduction about yourself. Where are you from? And little bit.
Okay. Okay. First of all, good evening, and thank you for first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. So my name is Rajat Jain, and I am from Azimganj, Murshidabad, and I did my graduation in BCA from Gitaram Institute of Management in 2016, and I did my schooling from Pravarani Public School and uh, from Gitaram Higher Secondary School. And from the past 5 years, I had to take over my father's business due to some family circumstances. Now, since things are under control, so now I have decided to start my career as a web developer. And I am a self-taught programmer and started practicing codes from the past 8 months. And after that, I took this iNeuron course, and I don't have any experiences in life projects or something like that, but I do have some experiences in HTML, CSS, Tailwind, and all those things. And so that's all about me. So yeah, that's all about me. Would you like to describe yourself a bit, please?
Yeah, my name is Ambrish Singh. I am basically from a city of enlightenment and salvation, Bodh Gaya, Bihar. I am currently pursuing FSDA, the full stack data science from iNelon. I am from May to 2022. Currently, last 1 year, 2 months, it's left for this course. And at the graduation, I have done my master's in MBA IT Finance, and that is my little bit introduction about myself. And
Okay.
that is all.
Yeah.
And Rajat, what is your hobby other than data science field?
Yeah, my hobbies is a bit less, not nothing much like that. But I like to read books, and I love listening music, and I love shopping as well. Yeah, so that's all. What about you?
Yeah. Other than data science domain, I like to share content, light blogs on my Medium channels, and I also in spare time I used to play chess, cricket, and I also like traveling with my family members. That is a few hobbies I like. And what is you all pleasure all experience person?
Sorry,
Currently,
would you repeat again?
okay, you are currently pleasure all an experience. You are doing any job
Oh,
now?
okay. No. Actually, I am not into any job, but actually, I'm looking for it. And the thing is, I have experience of business as a business person, because from the past 5 years, I am a businessman and I'm actually into my father's business as well. But since things are now stagnant and the growth is really limited here, and actually due to some circumstances, I have to take over my father's business. But actually, I was passionate about this IT thing, so why not give it a chance? I think since everything is quite good, so I thought of giving it a chance, and now I am into it. And I think the growth factor is also a bit high, and you always get the challenges, you get those a rush uh, to learn new things every day. So here in this field, actually nothing is stagnant. You will have to keep going on and on and on. So you get the point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. You are doing great job in your domain, and you are doing great. Nice to meet you, Rajat.
Sure, brother. As nice to meet
Any
you too.
any more? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Thank you. Yeah.
uh, um, I just want to ask you something. Like, what are the projects you have done in the last 1 or 2 months? Do you like to say some?
Yeah. Recently I have done from iNelon internship project. Topic is a machine learning project on insulin premium prediction.
Okay.
Recently. This is one project. I also done 1-2 project on visa prediction and spam classification on NLP. and
Yeah.
few more projects I have done.
That's
Some projects I have mentioned here.
okay. That's great, actually. So, are you a fresher?
Previously, I worked 1 year in a startup company, but after that, from January 2022, I left that job due to some personal reason. And from May 2022, I joined iNelon for upskilling my skill in data science. So now I am searching for job related in data science field, data scientist and machine learning engineer, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
And what about you? You are searching.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. No, nice to meet you, Rajat.
Okay.
And I hope I will and hope I will meet you once in physical also.
Sure. I would love to meet you. I would love to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajat. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
That's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sure. Good, both of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can mute yourself now. All right. So if you have listened to this particular conversation, even though one of them had the mother tongue influence, even though they were struggling to speak, but your ability to communicate whatever you want to have, like, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to express yourself, that's what matters. So that is why I've been telling you people that language is just a component of it. So you will be able to, if you're able to, communicate yourself in one way or the other, then that is all is going to matter. Okay, so that's the takeaway from this conversation. So many of you people will kind of have the influence, have the inferiority complex, saying that my English is not so good. If I communicate like this, people are going to laugh at you or anything like that. So your language is not going to be a matter at all. If you're able to communicate confidently whatever you want to say, irrespective of the grammatical mistakes or whatever those things are, if you're able to communicate that one, only those things is going to matter. Okay, so that is what I need you people to keep in your mind. Yes, Sahid, I am going to give you people a chance because you still have one more topic left. So I am going to give you people a chance. So just let me go ahead with the topic for now, and then I'll give you a chance to do the activity. Okay, so now the next in the agenda is about introduction about yourself. That is the self-introduction. Irrespective of the place you go, whether it's the interview or it's for the class or wherever it is, you are supposed to give an introduction of yourself. The first thing that they're going to ask is, tell me about yourself, right? So when it comes to this question, you have so much to speak about yourself and you don't know where to start and where to end, right? So that is what we're going to address this one in the next topic, that is introduction of someone, okay, or introduction of yourself. So what happens is, when it comes to introduction, you have lived with yourself, you have so much of content about yourself, you don't know where to start and what are the things to communicate when it comes to introduction. So you can always start off with your name. And when it comes to introduction, it's not only about the content, but also the way you're going to present that. Okay. In the previous conversation, perhaps you people would have listened. I told that it's not only about the language, it's about the intonation, it's about the tone in which you're going to speak. It's the way that you're going to present yourself. Those things are also going to matter. So when it comes to introduction over here, these things are going to matter. So that is what, when it comes to your name, always start off with your name, saying that avoid starting off saying that myself so and so. Rather than that, you can start off saying that my name is so and so, or I am this. My friends call me with this name. Okay, like that. And then go for your place, where you're from. Okay, so your native place, where you're from. I'm from this place in this state. Okay, you can tell like that. And then give a brief history of your educational background. Okay, so always state your highest qualification, that whatever you have done. And then afterwards, if you have worked somewhere, then speak about your work background. Okay, for which duration, for how long did you work, what was your role and everything like that. Just give a brief background about your employment. If you have worked somewhere, if you're a fresher, just speak about your educational background. And then speak about briefly about your family. Okay, so how many members are there in your family? Who and all are there? My family consists of so many members. Start with the eldest person, and then go with the youngest person, that is, or yourself. Okay, try to give a brief family introduction like that. And now, when it comes to hobbies and interests part, try to speak elaborately about your hobbies and interests. Say, for example, don't just mention in one line what your hobbies are, because the more you are able to speak about your hobbies, person who is there listening to you, there are chances that you're going to there are chances that you will get connected to the person who will be interacting with. So perhaps it will make it easy for you to transition into other topics of conversation if you are able to find out a common point to speak about. Okay, so that is why speak about your hobbies in detail as much as possible, and then navigate to your short-term goal and long-term goals. Okay, short-term goals is whatever you have planned to achieve within a duration of 6 months or within a duration of less than 1 year. That will constitute to your short-term goal. Okay, long-term goal will be like what you want to achieve in the duration of 4 years or 5 years. Okay, so that one will be your long-term goal. Okay, so that will be your career goal kind of a thing. And then try to end the conversation, try to end your introduction with a quote or line that you relate to, and try to explain why you like the quote or line. Okay, so these are the components that you are supposed to speak when it comes to the introduction. So when it comes to giving the introduction, there are different ways how you can start. Okay, so if you are you people might be familiar with consuming on the content on the YouTube or the Instagrams and everything like that, you'll be having influencers, right? So they are going to start off their introduction saying that my they won't directly start off saying that my name is so and so. Okay, so they're going to tell that the meaning of my name is this. Can you guess what my name is? And then they're going to start go ahead with the introduction, or they might start it like a narration part, like a story. Okay, once upon a time on this place a person was born, that person is me, and then they're going to start off with the rest of the things. So when it comes to place, they can highlight about the qualities that is there in that place, and then you can go on with the educational background and everything like that. Like that, you should be able to make it interesting, because nowadays the attention span of the individual is quite low. If you want to get the attention of someone, if you want to create an impression, these are the ways how you are going to do that one. And when it comes to interview, you are going to go for very specific parts of the interview. So whenever you're speaking about your hobbies and interests or anything like that, you're going to align that one towards the job requirements, so that the person can be kind of so that you give an impression for the interviewer saying that whatever my qualities are there, is there is a synergy between that and the job requirement. Okay, so there you need to kind of modify your hobbies and interests, your short-term goals and everything like that. That one you're going to align towards that one. Okay, so now I'm just going to give an introduction of myself, and then we're going to have an introduction from few of the people who are participants present over here, so that you people will get an idea about how to introduce yourself. Okay, so if I want to give my introduction, so usually I start off like this. In the year 1989, there were many events that happened. One of the event was I was born on May 2nd. My name is Preetham. Perhaps you might be familiar with the name. My name resonates with a famous Hindi poet called Amrita Preetham. Okay, so my mom was a very big fan of her, so that's why she kept my name as Preetham. When it comes to my place, I stay in Bangalore. That is my native place. I stay over here. I've done my graduation from National Institute of Technology, Karnataka. That is Surathkal. That is there, NITK Surathkal. That is there. That is located in the Bangalore. I've done my graduation from there. Then afterwards, I worked in Infosys for some period of time. And then I started, we did a startup with my friends, which got acquired by Byju's. And right now, I've taken a sabbatical to prepare for the civil services. And along with that, I'm I'm a freelance soft skill trainer. I'll be taking the soft skill classes for it. So this is about my employment background. When I talk about my family members, my family consists of 4 members: my parents, my younger brother, and myself. Talking about my hobbies, I like to learn new things. I'm very curious about learning new things. So that is why I take lot of online courses. Like, I regularly do courses in Coursera, or like, in Infosys Springboard and everything like that. So that way I try to learn new things so that I keep updated with whatever the current trends are. Along with that, I enjoy watching sports. I play it as well as I enjoy watching that one. I love football, cricket, tennis, and everything like that. I keep on watching it, and along with playing that one. And since I'm preparing for civil services, my option subject is sociology. So I love reading books related to the non-fiction things that is related to sociology and social psychology and everything like that. So this is my hobbies and interests. My short-term goal currently is to clear the civil service exam. My long-term goal is to do something related to achieve something in the field of skill development. So that is my short-term and long-term goal. The quote which I like is Steve Jobs during the Stanford commencement speech. He ended his speech with a quote that is called "Stay hungry and stay foolish." I relate to that quote very much because as and when I learn more, I have realized that there is so many other things to learn. So that the more I learn, the more happiness I get, and the more I get informed about various component of the life. So that is why I relate myself to the course, that is stay hungry as well as stay foolish. Okay. So like this, if you people can give an introduction of yourself, it would be great. So can I have the volunteers who can introduce themselves for the audience so that we can learn from each other? All right. We have a lot of people who want to speak, so we'll try to give as many chances as possible. So we'll start with Rachit More. Yes, Rachit, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Yes, we'll give a chance for everyone.
Am I able to?
Yeah, you
are
are
you able
audible.
to hear me?
You are audible. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start. So this is Rachit More, and I live in Bhopal. And about my study, that I had completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical, and I have worked in petroleum company as a quality control in charge. And 1 year before, I left the job and start the career in the data science. And still I am learning data science about my hobbies. So lately I have so many hobbies like cricket, football, and chess. But chess. But now I have few of hobbies because I do not get so much time. Now I just like to read books and gardening and traveling or riding. That's and the short-term goal is to get job in data science field, and long-term goal is to produce something AI-based tool. That's all about me.
All right. Any quote you want to kind of say that you relate to yourself? Any quote or line that you want to
I am passionate about
it?
the work. I really want to do whatever I am into right now.
All right. That's good. That's good, Rachit. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, anyone else? Okay, we'll come from the list after Rachit. We have Anisha. Okay, one moment. Anisha A. Yes. Yes, Anisha, you can unmute yourself and you can speak.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Anisha. I was born in a year when the whole country was going through a big change. That is, we got liberalized. India got liberalized, financially liberalized. It was done in 1992, so I was born in that year only, and um, I was born in the same year in Ranchi. That was the only time I went there. After that, I didn't go to Ranchi. Yeah. So I have done graduation in math. I am a graduate in math. And after that, I did an internship in a logistics company, which was related to analytics only. That's where I found my interest for analytics. But then I thought there was some kind of knowledge gap in the development of in the overall development. So I switched my field completely. I started preparing for the government exams. I've given the UPSC exams for attempts, given a lot of attempts to the UPSC exams. The only thing that was missing in those UPSC exams was that I lagged in the MCQs, but I was great in the writing section. But somehow there is a criteria that you have to clear the MCQs first and then go to the writing section, and that's how that thing never happened. So, and by the time these things, this preparation was happening, I was teaching at government ITIs to the underprivileged students about the communication skills. And those communication skills were regarding the resume and basic letter writing, resume writing for them. And after that, during the COVID times when people were sitting at home and most of them were sitting at home, I decided to join my father's business, and we opened a new showroom, and that was whole completely being managed by me. I was handling the human resource there and everything um, from packaging to delivery to bringing new items to the showroom and everything. But then I worked there for 2 years, and I somehow figured out that I was not able to grow more. Like I wanted to have more personal growth and professional growth as well. So so then I wanted to dedicate time to something which involved IT and which I could incorporate that into my business. But somehow those things too, I was not able to juggle time properly between those two things. So I completely switched again to this IT field so that I am able to give my whole heart to this field. Now I'm doing I now this field was very different from what I did when I found my interest in analytics. Before I was doing that analysis whole, everything was manual. So today we have all these softwares to get the reports and everything, and we have to apply coding skills and then do the analysis part and everything. Initially that wasn't there. We had to do everything manually, from data capturing to data entry to putting that into Excel and then doing the analysis and everything. So with this transition, I learned Python which was required for this new kind of analytics. And when I learned SQL, I am into this field now completely. And I hope to short-term goal is to get a good project where I can learn more and apply all the skills that I've learned till date. And long-term goal is to create something which can can be applicable to all the businesses out there. The way the kind of business, the one where I was managing my showroom, I found it in a lot of businesses. So I want to create something which can help all those businesses as well. And I'm a sports enthusiast, so and fitness freak also. So I love playing sports, and if kids are around, then I would switch from my sports to playing. I love them a lot, and I enjoy quiet time. So that is how it is helping me do the analysis course. And the people I idealize is my father, because through the years I have seen him struggling and seen how he has engaged in his business and grew his business, has been through all those problems, and that has not let me down. So that is why all the switch in the career have not limited me or limited my energy. I want to do something which is worthwhile for everybody. I hope people and girls especially get live their dreams and fight for their dreams, so that they can also do something for themselves and for others as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. That's great. Thank you very much. So we'll have next Mr. Syed Hussaini. Yes, Syed, you can unmute yourself and you can speak.
Hello, hi, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
So this is Syed here. First of all, it's my opportunity to introduce myself. This is Syed Sarwan Lawson, a native of Hyderabad. I'm enthusiastic and versatile postgraduate with a specialization in finance under the aegis of GBS School of Business Studies. So coming to my family background, we are a family of 6 members. And the head of my family is my father. And subsequently, I'm having an elder brother along with the 2 younger sisters, including me and my mother. So regarding my experience, I worked as a data researcher or analyst at ICE Intercontinental Exchange, the owner of New York Stock Exchange. My work was like I was working in structured securities, which were the securities that responsible for 2008 financial crisis. If you guys are from finance background, then they might correlate this with. So I worked there. And coming to my hobbies, I don't have hobbies, I would say, but while talking about the hobbies, I can suggest something for those who are aspiring to improve their communication skills. And I can say that gradually it has become my hobby or interest, I would say. So every day, what we can do is, as we know that communication happens in 2 ways, with the combination of vocabulary and this proper structure, the way we are speaking, like the past tense, present tense, and the future tense. This is the standard that one needs to follow. Another thing is having a bank of vocabulary. Sometimes it happens that despite knowing all these standards, like every tenses, but we are unable to define one particular situation because we are lagging in the vocabulary. So for that reason, that causes unable to convey proper meaning, the intention that we are having to describe one particular circumstance. So for that, to tackle this, what I have done is I have started reading a book called Atomic Habit, and also maintaining an Excel sheet, where in the one page I am noting down how much time I am paying, like how much time I am reading, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending upon my convenience. So whenever I am ideal, I am trying to read, and subsequently on the next page, I am noting it down, the word that I am coming across, and beside that, I am trying to write the sentence by using that word. So it's helping me to incorporate this words in my daily life. So I can say that this is kind of my hobby or interest that has become. So hope it would help you to guys, for those who want to improve their communication. There was a time when I used to stammer a lot. So I would like to end my conversation by saying that the one of the most prominent quote by our the esteemed Prime Minister called APJ Abdul Kalam. He said that you were born with wings, so don't crawl. Learn to use them to fly and fly and fly. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.
Okay, that's great. So we'll have one more last for now, Ansh Dikshit.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Ansh Dikshit, you can unmute yourself and you can introduce yourself.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
A very, very good evening to all. And it was very great experience to listen to all participants. And I have learned a lot of things. And actually, I was a bit nervous about all these kind of things. But after listening other panelists and other people sharing their experience about their life, it inspired me a lot deeply. And actually, I have learned a lot of things. So many thanks to sir and other people who are here to share their experiences. And I'm gonna introduce myself. So my name is Asdipchit. I live in Chhattisgarh and I have completed BCA. And currently I am self-employed, and I'm actually looking for some domain change and something to explore interesting in my life, because sometimes I think that I'm stuck at some place and there is no scope. So I want to explore some new things, some new challenges to grow into that field. And so I just learning this this data domain, and it's quite interesting to explore this new domain. It's very challenging thing. It's very interesting thing, and I have come across a lot of knowledge and information about all these kind of things, and it actually helped me to grow on the personality level and at the psychological level, at many levels, you can say that. And my hobbies are there are a lot of hobbies which I have, especially reading books and watching documentaries and gathering information about economics. And one thing I am very interested in to listen a lot of to explore a lot of psychological theories. I have read a book of Sigmund Freud and a lot of other psychologists. So these are my hobbies and interests. And my favorite quote, I would like to say that it is said by Mr. Stephen Hawking, and we all know about this that guy. The quote is that however bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there is life, there is a hope. So this quote inspired me a lot deeply, because we know that the medical condition of that guy, and he was suffering from some kind of severe paralysis, and he has been all throughout his life on wheelchair. Despite of this kind of disability, he made his life and became so successful, and find and devices a lot of theories in the field of theoretical physics. So it inspired me that if people like that, who is completely disabled and only his mind is working and achieved something remarkable in his life, so my body is completely functional and I can do a lot of things. So it inspired me a lot. Despite of facing a lot of failure, I'm feeling very enthusiastic about after listening to other people's experiences. So it has been very great journey today, and I thank you other people, and especially sir, my gratitude to all. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We are going to before I wind up the sessions and everything, there is certain things that I need to kind of drive home the points over here. So you are supposed to make an introduction video of yourself. Don't worry about the time limit and everything. So whatever we have learned in this session, okay, so try to put that one in that, try to create a content and try to make an introduction video of that one. So in that, make sure that you follow certain guidelines, that is based on the pointers that you want to include in your introduction. Okay, so I've just given you certain pointers, right? Like say, for example, your name, hobbies, place, educational qualification, and all these kind of things. Okay, before you make any introduction videos, make sure that you kind of like, brainstorm all the pointers that you want to tell and focus more on the non-verbal aspects of communication rather than just focusing on the sentence, whether I'm telling that one correctly or not or anything like that. Focus more on your intonation, your emphasis on the words. Okay, how you want to start off your content, how you want to drive the content, and how you want to end the content. Focus more on that one. Okay, and apart from that, whatever the introduction that we discussed right now, okay, so it was a general introduction. But suppose you want to give an introduction that is specific from the objective of the, like, getting a job or anything like that. At that point of time, your hobbies and interests and your short-term and the long-term goals should be oriented towards the role that you'll be applying for. Say, for example, if you look at any of the job job notification or the job advertisement, you'll be having something called as a job description, requisite skills, and certain details that will be related to the job. Make sure that wherever your hobbies and interests are there, you're going to align that one for the whatever the necessities of the job are, along with the general things. And also your short-term goal and long-term goal, briefly speak about the things that you're doing right now, how it is going to align towards the job that you want to get. Okay, so these two aspects, try to mold that one for the job requirements and try to modify that one. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to inculcate and try to, like, do the videos. So once you make that video, upload that one for the Google Drive and share the link in the assignment section. Okay, which Shabri sir, as like, usually when you do some assignments, you're going to share the link, right? So there you're going to, like, in that portal, share that link. So just to, like, paraphrase or, like, just to kind of run through whatever we have done in this 2 hours that we started for this module 1 is, we started out with the introduction of the soft skills. Okay, what the skill is and everything like that. Yeah, exactly. So, and when you make your video, you are going to show your face. Okay, so why I'm asking you to make an introduction video is, nowadays, rather than the resume, people, like, recruiters are looking for a short introduction video of yourself. Okay, so don't worry about the length of the video for now. Try to, like, put across as many things as possible and try to make a video. Okay, so nowadays when it comes to recruitment, people are looking for the video resumes. That is nothing but a short introduction of yourself, like, why do you want to apply for this job, what are the skills that you people have that you have done, and all these kind of things. So that one, the best way of communicating that one is through the video thing. So that is why do it off. It's going to be a video, not only audio, it's going to be a video. So place a camera somewhere, try to, like, think about the contents and try to record the video. Okay, so just to brief you people, whatever we have done today, we have started with, like, 1 minute. So we started with the introduction of the soft skills. No, you don't have to be in the formal, like, you can kind of, like, be in a t-shirt, or it can be, like, wear a shirt or anything like that. Make sure that only till the shoulder is visible over there and try to make the video. Okay, so just to rephrase whatever we have done, recall whatever we have done, we started off with what exactly the skill are, what are the requirements of the job are, and what are the different kind of skills that is available, why we kind of have the aptitude test, what will be reflected in the aptitude test, and we differentiated between what a hard skill is and what the soft skills are. And in the soft skills, what are the different components that we have. Say, for example, we have attitude, we have communication, and we have the etiquette. And then afterwards, we discussed in brief about what attitude is, what is the mechanism that is there behind the attitude. We have the belief system, that is the core belief system, and the peripheral belief system, how that one will contribute towards the values. And then afterwards, how values get accumulated through families, schools, and societies, and that will constitute a attitude, and how attitudes will get expressed in the form of a thought and the action. Okay, so this is what we kind of discussed in briefly. And then afterwards, we spoke about different components of communication, that is the language, that is the non-verbal things, that is making eye contacts, body language, and all these kind of things. And we discussed briefly about what etiquettes are and how how soft skill is going to add value for whatever the technical skills that you people already possess. Okay, and why this one will be kept in the last, irrespective of how much of the IQ you have, how much of a knowledgeable you are. If you're not able to adapt to the environment and interact with the people and get the work done, you'll not be able to get the job, because that is how essential the soft skills component are. Then afterwards, we did a activity that is the icebreaker activity, and then we had a conversation. We kind of observe how people are going to have the conversation, how they're going to start off with wishing each other by greeting each other. Then they'll give a short introduction of themselves, and then they'll go from the general topics and then to the specific topic, and how they're going to end the conversation. Okay, and then afterwards we kind of discussed about how we can manage the impression, how we can create the positive impression through appearance, through the etiquettes, through the way we are going to communicate and everything like that. And then we kind of discussed briefly about how we are going to give an introduction of yourself, what are the components that you're supposed to speak and everything. Okay, so these were the topics that we had discussed, and along with that we had different people speak, participate in the activity. We observed what are the things that was unique about them, how they were able to inculcate the things that we have discussed, how those things were highlighted in the conversations and everything like that. Okay, for now we're going to end this end the session today for this one with the introduction. And the assignment for you people is, you're supposed to make an introduction video of yourself, inculcating whatever things that we have discussed in this session. Okay, so I told that I'm going to take out your doubts at the end of the session. So I'll take one by one. Please be patient. So you wanted me to so please ask iNeuron team to add agenda module 1 in resource note section so that we can revise before solving the assignment. Okay. Many of the people have doubts about where you want to upload the videos. So you're supposed to upload the videos in your Google Drive link, and then in your Google Drive, and share the link in the assignment section. Okay. So these are the things that you're supposed to do. We'll take doubts one by one. One person asked me about the handshake part. Okay, so usually what happens is, when it comes to giving the handshake, how you can create the impression. One way you can create the impression is through touch. Okay, so if you are able to give the handshake for a minimum period of time, open your arms, give the handshake like this, and then take it off for a minimum duration of time, it's fine. Many of the people, what happens is, they're going to hold the hand for a longer duration of time. There you have to actually pull out your hand. Okay, so don't do that one. That's about the handshake. Okay, yeah. Do you want me to share the notes? Yes, I'm going to upload, share the notes with the, with Shabri. He's going to, upload it in the portal. Okay, what should be the length of the video? Usually the preferred length is less than 2 minutes. It is preferred. Okay, general introduction. So you kind of you don't worry about the length as for now, but the length has to be less than 2 minutes. Okay, yeah. Share the task again. So whatever the guidelines is there, that will be uploaded in the portal for you people. Don't worry about that one. Anything else you people have doubts, you can type it. Or if anyone wants to share something, they can kind of have long names. So he or she should mention. Okay, there are many people who are raising their hand. Wait, one by one, I'll try to address it. Okay, stammering issues. So one way how you can get over the stammering part is, try to there'll be certain words in which you'll be kind of stammering, right? So when it comes to those words, try to take a pause before you utter that word, so that you can mitigate the stammering effect when it comes to pronouncing those words. That is one way how you can kind of handle the stammering issues. Okay, yeah. What is the deadline for assignment? Perhaps by next session. Okay, so every Saturday we are going to have the session. So that will be from 9 to 11. So see, these kind of topics, I can't just explain the theory aspect and try to end it like that. We are going to have the activities. Based on that activities, we are going to have a discussion. So that is how we are going to that is how we are going to have the sessions like this. Okay, so this is how we are going to have the session. So you are supposed to submit the assignment by perhaps by Wednesday or Thursday, so that I can review that one and I can kind of give the feedback based on that in the upcoming session. Okay, yeah.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah, you can speak.
Sir, actually, in GDs, as academic tasks, I participated in the GDs, but I'm forgetting the points that are in between. I'm starting the point, but I'm forgetting in between, and I'm just moving with another topic like that. I'm forgetting in between. So, what to do in that case?
Okay, usually what happens is when it comes to GDs, you're supposed to you'll be having a scribble pad that will be given for you guys. Okay, so what happens is you need to kind of make a note of those points and you can start off from there. So that is how you can kind of recall the points which you wanted to speak, and then you can kind of speak about that. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm doing that, noting the points, but still I'm making such mistakes.
Okay, so you can kind of, there are different memory techniques that is there. You can kind of follow that one. There is a link method, there is word method or anything like that, or mind mapping thing. So whenever you are forgetting certain things, okay, if you just look at that word, perhaps you'll be able to recall that one and you'll be able to present it. We are going to discuss that one when we have a session on public speaking and group discussion. For now, these are the ways how you can manage that, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, also I'm interested in public speaking as well, but I'm not getting any opportunities. So also.
Okay, fine. So we will have a discussion on the public speaking session. So once we are done with it, you can see all the topics that we are going to discuss over here. Perhaps will not be able to give chance for everyone to participate in the activity. So you have to kind of look for the opportunities where you can use wherever you can inculcate this learning. Once you start applying this one, you'll be able to get improvement on that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Any other things? If you people have, just type it on the chat box. If someone have a long name, so can he or she should mention his or his short name as introduction? Yes, you can kind of you can mention your name, short name in the introduction, saying that people call me this, or my name is quite long, so I want to be recognized like this. Okay, so that way you can kind of do it. During virtual interviews, formals is mandatory or collar t-shirt is also okay. So it depends on the HR rules, HR team. There'll be certain companies, they'll be having certain protocols. You need to discuss with the HR, when you schedule the interview, you can ask them question asking that, is there a dress code or anything like that? Based on that, you can take a call. Okay. Yeah. They got ideal team sizes from HR, but I was not able to answer. Okay, so we are going to discuss this kind of interview questions. Since it's only the first module for today, it was about getting to know about each other, getting to know how the sessions will be conducted and everything like that. As and when we progress, we'll try to take up the interview question. During that, I'll try to answer this. Okay, yeah. Any other questions that people have, you can ask me. Anisha, sorry, your voice is getting broken up. I'm not you're not audible. All right. Why did I prepare for UPSC after being into IT field? See, it's a personal choice. I was getting saturated with the IT work. I wanted to try something new, so that's why I took the sabbatical and I tried over there. So if I succeed, well and good. If I don't succeed, again I'll go back to the IT. Okay, so that's about it. So my +1 +2, the score was 56%. Is it going to get affected in order to get the job? Not necessarily, because nowadays people are looking for your skills rather than your academic achievement. Irrespective of whatever your percentage or CGPS are, people are considering your skill set. So if you have a good skill set, I don't think it should be an issue. So if I have absolutely, yes. You can mention that one in introduction. See, people, introduction is about yourself. Whatever you want to speak, you can speak about that one without any hesitation. It's about expressing about yourself. So don't hold back about anything. Whatever you find it relevant, you can kind of give an introduction over there. Okay. Okay. How to connect to you? Uh, Perhaps in the classroom itself, or I will kind of discuss with the team about sharing of the personal contacts. If anyone wants to get in touch with me, I'll discuss it and I'll let you people know. Okay. Yeah. So career break in between in my education due to health issues, is that going to affect the job offers? In certain companies, they don't want to have career gaps. At that positions, you will not be able to get it. But in certain companies, they don't mind the career gap provided you have the skill set for it. So it depends on the job by job. Yeah. So as 2023 pass out, I get job in web development from college. So can I take it? It's up to your personal choice, Sashank. If you are interested in that one, then perhaps you might want to go out with it. Or if you want to try something out, then you can wait for it. Yeah. Yes. Are you on LinkedIn? Yes, I am on LinkedIn. My name is Preetham MH. You can PREETAM space M space H. You can search over there. I'll give on I'll discuss and I'll give on my the details. Completed 1 year left. The company will hire me. Companies are going to hire you, George, but whether you want to discontinue the studies and go over there, companies are going to hire you based on your graduation. That is your BSc. Okay, so if you are willing to take go for a job, dropping off the education, it's left for you. Right. So how to overcome the fear before going to any interview? Before interview, I feel strong, but during the interview, I am feel nervous. Okay. So we are going to discuss. We are going to have a session on the interview preparation thing. We are going to have a discussion on that one. So I'm going to address this issue. See, everyone is going to be nervous. The one or the other way how you can kind of get over your nervousness is preparing well. Okay, practicing and everything like that. We're going to address this one in the how to develop confidence session. Okay, yeah. So, okay, sir, can you please explain about the attitude? Okay, just to recall briefly about it. Okay, so what happens is we as an individual, we believe in certain things that is true or not true, or the things which you are going to have a personal belief system. Okay, so this beliefs can be divided into two parts. One is your core belief, another one is your peripheral belief. Okay, core beliefs are those beliefs that is not going to undergo any kind of modification, irrespective of the situation, or irrespective of the situation that you people undergo, irrespective of whatever experiences that you undergo. I gave you an example that our belief system towards our parents. Okay, irrespective of whether they scold us, beat us, or do anything for us, we are not going to change our belief towards our parents. Okay, but whereas the peripheral belief system, as and when you kind of come across new experiences, your maturity level increases and everything like that, it's going to undergo a change. Okay, so these two core and peripheral belief systems together constitute a value. This values, first we are going to pick it up from our family members, in the family through our parents and everything. Then afterwards, when we go for the school, we're going to learn certain things from the school, from our teachers, from our friends, from our peers and everything like that. And with the with the experience in the society, we are going to pick up certain kind of things. This values together constitute attitude. This attitude will get expressed in the form of thoughts and action. Okay, so that is about the attitude. Okay, yeah. So I'm not pretty good in English. How can I improve my communication? See, what happens is, perhaps you might relate to it. You might be very good in your mother tongue. Why is that? Because you consume the content. You speak, you read, you kind of watch the serials and everything that is there in your mother tongue. If you want to become better in the English, like how you are good at your mother tongue, the best way of using that one, like, getting better at is try to start consuming the content, try to use the language more or less in the way you speak, in the way you write, and the way you read, and the way you watch the videos and everything like that. That is how you can improve your English. It is not going to happen in one day. It is going to take certain period of time. So that is how you can kind of improve your language. Okay. So how to handle 5 to 6 months gaps as I lost the G2 business pulled out from India? What answer should I speak to interviewer to handle these gaps? Okay, so you can directly mention about this one, saying that we had company pulled over or from our from the India, and because of that I took some time to look out for the various opportunity job that is available for you, and based on that I tried out for different kind of things. Okay, so you try to explain that one in this way in order the handling of the gap part. Okay, so we're going to have a discussion of this one when we kind of take up the frequently asked interview questions, so don't worry about it. For time being, you kind of leave it for now. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. We don't have any questions. Okay, sir, I haven't attended lecture since May because of exams are going on. This is the first live session I'm attending after session. Don't know what's going on and all the total or not. That you need to kind of current you need to kind of speak to the support team so that they'll be able to give you an idea about it, because I'm only familiar with my component of a training, because rest of the things you need to kind of contact the support team, so they'll be able to help you out with it. Okay, yeah, sir, in one of my interviews I know the topic, but due to nervousness I forgot to express my answer to the interviewer. How to handle nervousness? All right, so Ambrish, if I want to briefly tell about it, see, everyone is going to get nervous on one or the other component when it comes to interviews or public speaking or anything like that. The best way of handling that one is by practicing, or second, try to calm yourself down. How to manage your emotion. We're going to have a topic, how to deal with the things when you are nervous. We're going to have a discussion on that one. So for time being, if I want to answer it briefly, you have to kind of think about the previous kind of experiences where you have displayed your confidence and everything. So that one, if you are able to recall that one and try to calm yourself down, then you can proceed with the procedure. Okay, so that's how we can handle the nervousness part. Okay, I think we are past 11 for now. Just one second. Okay, you wanted me to explain what needs to be spoken in the videos. Okay, so make an introduction video of yourself. So whatever you're supposed to speak, perhaps you can kind of whatever things that you want to tell, we had discussed in the class, and along with that you can add the content that you find relevant when it comes to introducing yourself, along with your name. You can start off with the place where you're from, your educational background, what are your short-term goals, long-term goals, what are your hobbies and interests, all these kind of things. Okay, so try to add this one for your add these points for your introduction video, and try to make it lively, so that others can listen to your whatever your introduction are giving. They'll be able to give the attention for that. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think, guys, that's about it. So I'll wind up the session for now. So we'll meet next on the next Saturday. That is between 9 to 10. Okay? Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.